Being concerned about your health is normal and in some respects is really good, as it allows you to eat well, exercise more and generally look after yourself. However, it's when you become worried about the minor problems and make them into major problems that there's a problem.
Health anxiety or hypochondria derives from a fear that one is ill or one's health is threatened in some way, to the point that they can't lead a normal life, to the point that they keep repeating going to the doctor, have a lot of self-checking behaviours, and ultimately it leads to a real disruption of their day-to-day life.
I noticed a small bump on my skin that was a different colour to the rest of my skin. I was convinced it was skin cancer, and I went to the doctors, who examined me. He told me it was nothing to worry about, told me it was just a mole which was harmless. He said keep an eye on it, and if it changes colour, then go straight back and see him. Initially, I went away a little reassured, but it didn't take long for me to start worrying again. I thought, what if he'd misdiagnosed it? So I started fretting, and because I'd been staring at it, I convinced myself it changed colour and size. So I went back to the doctor, who sent me to see a specialist, just for reassurance, who said the same thing, it was just a mole. It didn't take long for me to get over it, but that was the first of many worries. After that, every time I had a headache, I convinced myself I had a brain tumour. I had numerous visits to the doctors, who just kept saying the same thing, it was just a headache. I noticed that every time I had a headache, I was just creating similar symptoms. Obviously, I didn't have a brain tumour, but I was just making myself feel sick and dizzy. And this went on for some time, until I went to see the psychologist. And now I'm 100 times better, definitely more realistic. And I worry half as less. And if I do have any worries, I just go to the doctors, and if he says something, I believe him.
If you recognise that you're doing either of these things, you should go and speak to your doctor and he'll give you the right decision on how to change the way you're thinking.